The moment the clip goes live, the internet freezes. Every glance, every hesitant word, every pause from Tamar is suddenly magnified. People aren't just watching, they are dissecting. Did Tamar really forget that night? Or is there something Tamar isn't saying? And right beside her, Funky tells a story that feels completely different. Raw, heavy, unfiltered, and personal. Two versions. One night. Contradictions everywhere. As timelines collide and every frame is slowed down, viewers start asking themselves, who's telling the truth, and who's keeping secrets? Every glance matters. Every word matters. Every silence speaks louder than words. And just when it seems like you understand, a new question hits. What really happened behind closed doors that Tamar and Funky might never openly admit? The moment the interview clip ends, something shifts online. People are no longer just reacting, they are paying close attention. Every pause from Tamar, every unfinished sentence, every carefully chosen word suddenly matters. What stands out most is how calm, how soft, and how uncertain Tamar sounds, while the noise around her keeps escalating, buzzing with speculation, theories, and comments. When Tamar is asked if she knows what really happened to her that night, she says no. She repeats it, she does not know. She explains that all she remembers is going to a friend's birthday gathering and celebrating a friend's birthday. Her tone stays careful, soft, and measured. She does not elaborate. She does not show emotion. She simply repeats that she is not aware. And that calmness, that measured, soft delivery, creates a stark contrast. Because when the camera returns to Funky, everything feels heavier. Funky does not sound dramatic. He does not yell. He does not exaggerate. But he sounds tired. He sounds frustrated. He sounds burdened. Funky explains that he never wanted this tension. He wishes things could go back to months ago, before the comments, before the rumors, before the indirect messages, before the quiet pressure that followed him online. Funky says he cannot ignore it. Funky says he has carried this weight quietly for months. Viewers immediately notice the difference. Watch Tamar, calm, soft, distant. Watch Funky, heavy, frustrated, raw. One feels controlled. One feels burdened. One speaks quietly. One carries months of weight. And suddenly, the internet can't look away. People replay their words, compare the pauses, measure every gesture, and try to stitch the timeline together. Funky begins to lay out the timeline. Funky says Tamar did not throw him a birthday party. Tamar did not host a party for him. Instead, Funky explains, they met mutual friends, went out for food, and moved between different locations. And then there is Mendeecees. Mendeecees appeared more than once that night, and it was noticeable. It was not subtle. The repetition of Mendeecees' presence becomes a focal point. Not an accusation, but a detail that raises questions. Why was Mendeecees there multiple times? Why did Tamar not explain this? Funky explains that he felt uncomfortable with how Tamar and Mendeecees interacted in front of him. He recalls moments at the music video shoot. He recalls moments at restaurants. He does not frame it as jealousy. He describes it as intuition, something that did not sit right with him at the time. And the internet notices. People replay the clip. They slow it down. They connect dots between Tamar's calm answers and Funky's clear discomfort. When Funky describes what happened in the car, seeing behavior that made him step back, viewers pause. He says that moment is why, when they reached Tamar's house, he chose not to go upstairs and went home instead. That choice is critical. It explains Funky's distance. It does not dramatize it. It does not make him a villain. It simply shows what he felt was necessary at the time. But the silence afterward, the things left unspoken, allow the speculation to grow. As Funky continues, he shifts to the aftermath. Funky explains how Tamar's online posts caused panic. How people connected her words to him simply because they were seen together earlier. Funky says the part that hurt most was being blamed while Tamar stayed silent. While Tamar did not clarify, assumptions grew, spreading like wildfire. Another moment adds fuel to the fire. Funky says someone offered to call an ambulance that night. Tamar refused. Later, she claimed she almost died. Viewers struggle to reconcile these two statements. And Funky says Tamar cleared his name once, but the post was deleted the next day. That deletion itself becomes a talking point, not because it proves anything, but because it removes clarity. Funky clarifies another detail. When he once referred to Tamar as that lady, it was not disrespect. It was disappointment. He felt parts of the story did not add up. And then comes the statement that shakes the internet. The only person truly hurt in this situation was Yandy. Funky does not explain further, but viewers immediately connect Yandy to Mendeecees, and suddenly, the story feels bigger. It is no longer just about Tamar and Funky. It becomes about the ripple effects of actions, of secrets, and of unspoken truths. By the end, nothing feels fully resolved. Funky says he wanted peace. He wanted distance. But once the story went public, silence allowed the internet to fill in the blanks. And now, the audience must decide, are Tamar and Funky remembering the same night differently, or is something deliberately being left unsaid? Are Tamar's calm, measured words and Funky's heavy, frustrated truths two sides of the same story? Or do they reveal something bigger? Is Tamar protecting herself, someone else, or hiding something the world isn't ready to see? Did she really not remember that night? Or was her hesitation a sign of fear, control, or pressure? And the most chilling question, if the only person truly hurt was Yandy, what does that mean for the rest of the story? The truth isn't clear. The facts are layered. The timelines collide. Every clip, every frame leaves more questions than answers. So now it's in your hands. Watch the pauses, read between the lines, notice every word, and decide for yourself. Because in moments like these, what's left unsaid often speaks louder than what's spoken.